Healthy oceans are vital for healthy life on land. The global ocean produces over half of the air we breathe, provides us with clean water, regulates weather and offers vital protection from the impacts of climate change, having absorbed up to 30% of human CO2 emissions. However, our ocean is now reaching a critical turning point. Fortunately, research suggests that the ocean can recover by 2050, but this will require ambitious action and a global effort. To achieve such changes on an international scale, we must first achieve ambitious actions on a local scale. The Northern Ireland Marine Task Force is a coalition of environmental NGOs leading on marine environmental policy in Northern Ireland. We've been running for nearly 20 years, and our membership has expanded to include a wide range of expertise to ensure that we deliver on a shared goal of healthy, productive and resilient seas. Overall, our mission is to continue being an enabling force for ocean recovery in Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland seas are incredible. We have a vast array of marine biodiversity, but unfortunately our seas are in a dire state. So a real aim and mission for Task Force through our marine vision is to turn this around. So Northern Ireland Marine Task Force's marine vision covers 5 key themes: recovering biodiversity, sustainable fisheries, sustainable development at sea, climate action and raising voices. Recovering biodiversity is a key priority for NIMTF. We know we've seen declines in many species and habitats. We really need to act now to start to see recover and build resilience. One tool for us to achieve this is what we call marine protected areas, and these are spatial sites to protect certain species or habitats. Northern Ireland coastal waters are covered by 30% of our marine protected area network, so that's really brilliant. However, we need to make sure that this network is really working.
Not all of our marine protected area is actively managed.
So we want to see proper management plans, we want to see increased and transparent monitoring, and we want to see enforcement so we know that these sites are actually working to help restore species and habitats.
Northern Ireland Marine Task Force has a vision for sustainable fisheries. Obviously, for fisheries play a role for food production, for communities, and what our objective is how we make that sustainable, how we ensure that for long term for those communities and the people that depend on it, but also for the fish stocks and the wider marine environment. And that's through working with industry, working with policymakers, taking what we call an ecosystem-based approach to fisheries management, thinking about how sustainable they can be in terms of bycatch, but also looking at how they can be resilient in terms of biodiversity, in terms of climate change, how stocks are managed and how fisheries are managed for that. Communities, society grew up utilising the marine environment for the key resource that it is, for transport, for moving of freight, and we're seeing that pressure increase. With a move towards renewable energy at sea, there's increasing pressure coming on that environment, and we really have a vision where we embrace that development, but it's achieved sustainably. So where we have increasing pressures of, say, sea level change or increased erosion due to changing weather patterns, how that's built into the planning process and built into the infrastructure developments. There's a massive job or solution that can be provided by the marine environment in terms of providing that space for things like offshore renewables, for the carbon storage that happens within the sea sediments, but it's making sure that that's not disturbed in the process. There are key aspects, and one of the really important ones looking at things such as erosion, water quality impacts, and how our society interacts with the marine environment and the sea is really part of the marine vision, but asking that we adopt a process which is sustainable, planned, and work together on a larger plan.
Our key theme on climate action in the marine environment is to ensure that nature-based solutions have a role to play in tackling and mitigating the impacts of climate change. Nature-based solutions are ecosystem benefits or things that we get from the marine environment by just having species and habitats in place. And these can be really beneficial if protected and managed effectively. For our theme on raising voices, NIMTF are a leading voice on marine issues in Northern Ireland by running events that engage, educate and encourage society to get involved through our public consultations and through our members' practical work, as well as opportunities for citizen science. We can also raise additional issues which are on the horizon that we're engaging on too through our website and through social media. In summary, NIMTF are working across several key themes and with different key marine stakeholders to ensure that we're developing marine environmental policy that will achieve ocean recovery. The dynamic nature of our marine environment reflects our ability to adapt to changes and be scientifically led. It is important we engage across Northern Ireland to fully achieve ocean recovery by demonstrating the importance of the marine environment and why it must be protected. We must all work together towards ocean recovery. If we want to go fast, go alone. But if we want to go far, go together.